What is going on, Juju Gang? Hope everyone's doing well. We got a lot to talk about today. I hope everyone's doing well on a Wednesday. A couple weeks till summer. Certainly starting to feel like it today here in Vancouver, but um, we'll wait for the rain tonight or something. We got so much to talk about. I've really titled this. Here's my agenda for this video. Okay, Elon's vote is next week. Elon's comp plan vote is next week. I'm not going to harp on that too much because I feel like everyone's kind of gotten the gist of what's at stake, what's happening. But I want to just give my 2 cents. But first, I want to start with some important news. Today, the Bank of Canada lowered interest rates by 25 basis points. And the first thing you're probably thinking is, yeah, I don't care about Canada. But Canada becomes the first G7 country to lower interest rates. Now, the Fed is probably going to lower interest rates come November. I think that's what the markets are pricing in. But this first move from Canada, I don't want to say we Mary Barra led, but I think it's looking like it. Inflation data has come in pretty cool to continue here. I think this is more of a signal than anything. I mean, 25 basis points is really nothing. It's a big fat nothing burger in terms of actual effective rate or anything. Anyways, nonetheless, it's something that we look at now and we go, who is going to be the next to follow? And if interest rates start lowering here, do we potentially get another macro wide boom in the stock market to end the year, or if this starts to get priced in a little bit earlier? Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because some of it's already priced in for the end of the year. But the reason why this matters, of course, is we know that interest rates flowed through everything. So, auto loans, for example, being one portion that Elon has complained about a lot. So, anyway, something to keep in mind there as we continue to end the year. Or continue to end the year. I mean, we've got 6 months, 7 months left, so to be determined. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Now, okay, Elon's comp plans next week. Okay, look, I already said this. I did an interview with Curious Peggy. You can go find it on his channel. We talked about it for an hour, but here's my kind of 2 cents here. I think Elon's comp plan is a complete coin flip. I do not know which, and that's not me trying to ride the fence here. I just really don't know which way it's going to go. Adam Jonas polled a bunch of Wall Street folk, and he got to 57% approval, so he's slightly better than a coin flip. I'm at a coin flip, and when Peggy pressed me to pick a side, I said, I'm going to say no, it doesn't pass. Because in that scenario, if you just game theory this out, I mean, Elon's not going to leave Tesla. He over this. It doesn't make any sense for him to. It seems like the next comp plan that gets priced in, maybe there's some sort of beneficiary, there's added level of compensation or something like that to make up for it. This is Elon's baby. I mean, Tesla is Elon's baby. And this goes to a larger point, and I'll talk about in a second what is priced in for this, because you'll be surprised how little. I'm just gonna sit properly here. You'll be surprised how little is actually baked into this, and I'll talk about that here with options pricing in a second. But Elon's not leaving. Okay, I think we all know that. So it's just a matter of how he responds from there. I said this on the interview I did with Peggy, but I said I think the key factor is, will the heart level of Elon be the same with or without this comp plan? Because of course he's not going to leave. He's not going to pick up and pick up his rocks and walk away. At the end of the day, is his heart in it fully with the comp plan / without the comp plan? Comparatively, both. You could argue it's the same level of heart with or without it, but of course, I think it makes sense to pay the guy for something that all the milestones that he hit, that everyone, if you look at the news articles, they all like flamed this comp plan when it first came out. They said, there's no way he's hitting any of these milestones. Good luck. Yeah, right. And now the same news outlets are saying, well, it was always rigged in his favor. So it doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, I wasn't around in 2018, so it's not like I can really give my 2 cents on it back then. Okay, so Elon's not going to leave, but is this a big fat inconsequential vote? It certainly doesn't feel like it, but I looked at the options markets this morning, and you'll be real surprised to hear this. Tesla's option pricing is pricing in about a $15 or $16 move, depending on which option chain you look at. A $15 or $16 move in the stock based on this comp plan. Meaning, everything that we talked about, plus or plus 15% moves or plus 10%. I mean, a 10% move even from here would be a $17 plus move priced in. I mean, only a 14, 15, $16 if I go out a couple weeks extra move baked into the stock, up or down, plus or minus is the way it works, right? And in case you're wondering how this works, if you look at the options chain and you look at an at the money call, so if Tesla's at 175, if you look at the 175 call and the 175 put, and you add them together, add in the premium that it would cost you to buy both of those up and down if you wanted to hedge on the upside and the downside, it's about $15. And so if there's a move greater than $15 in either side, you make money. And the theory is if markets are efficient, they wouldn't let you just buy an at the money spread, a call and a put together and just make money. They would want to bake in together the expected move up or down in totality. I hope that made sense. You can rewind if it didn't. So anyways, really, I mean, we're not talking about a massive move baked in. I personally was thinking, maybe 20 up to upwards of $20 move being baked in. It looks like we're even under 15 for the actual week, as at least as I record this right now. So it's interesting to me to see that options makers or options pricing is actually not that high. That's not for me to say, by the way, that I think buying a straddle, and at the money call and at the money put, is smart. I just think it's interesting to see that the market doesn't believe there's going to be some massive $25 move coming up here potentially, or at least with good enough odds. I also want to hit on the technicals because Tesla on the daily on the super trend indicator is positive, but it's still we still have a lot of weekly level resistance, massively so. I mean, up until the $215 level, I think I checked, it's an uphill battle up until that level. Now we break across that, winds on our back a little bit, but up until then, we're kind of just coasting, and it's a hard level that we're gonna have to see broken if we're gonna see any sort of continued uptrend. In my opinion, the stock is just meandering. It's last 30 days, like I don't know, it's been pretty flat. Like I don't necessarily know if it's been this quiet on the stock in terms of up and down. Yeah, there's been some 5, 6, 7% up days, but there's also been some 5% down days. So net, it's just kind of been nothing, right? And I don't know if that's good or bad. I really don't know. I think that just speaks to the indecisiveness that most people have right now. But I want to hear your comments because, I can only share so many of my thoughts, and to be honest, most of them are wrong anyways, because obviously none of this is financial advice. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear if the vote doesn't pass, because that's what I'm leaning towards, let's say, not prepping for, but mentally prepping for. If the vote doesn't pass, what do you think happens? Throw in the comments. This is assuming Elon's not leaving, of course. I mean, unless you think Elon does leave, which I would put under a 0.01% chance personally of probability of that happening. But let's say if this comp plan doesn't pass, what do you think the next steps are here? And more importantly, are we just in another overhang after this if this doesn't pass? Because then now we have to look for that next plan. It's just been, here's the metaphor I'll kind of make this hopefully relevant to. It's like the presidential election and leading up to it, how tiring everything gets, all the ads and all the pushing. It feels like this Tesla vote is kind of in the same vein, obviously not to the same degree, but it's like, let's just get to the vote and see where it goes. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Wish you a happy, healthy day ahead, week ahead. I'll catch you in the next one. Hit subscribe on your way out, and definitely leave me a comment with your thoughts. Take care. Yash signing off. Peace.